Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into another important part of the National Electrical Code, NEC Article 110.9, which is all about interrupting rating. It sounds a bit technical and vague, but don't worry, we'll break it down in simple terms. Let's go. NEC 110.9 is focused on making sure that electrical equipment like circuit breakers, fuses, or switches are capable of safely stopping electrical current when something goes wrong, such as short circuit or an overload. Specifically, it talks about interrupting rating of this equipment. The interrupting rating is a measure of how much electrical current that equipment can safely handle and stop without breaking down or causing more problems. Basically, it ensures that if things go wrong, your electrical system will shut off safely. Now let's break down the key points of NEC 110.9. First, interrupting current at fault levels. When something like a short circuit happens, let's say two wires touch and cause a surge of electricity, the equipment needs to stop that current quickly. But to do so safely, it needs to be able to handle the maximum amount of current that could happen at that point in the system. That is the interrupting rating. Second, interrupting current at other than fault levels. Now, sometimes electrical equipment needs to turn off current that is not related to a fault. For example, turning off power to a normal appliance. The equipment still needs an interrupting rating, but it doesn't need to handle the extreme current surge that happens during a fault. So why did the NEC create this rule? It's simple. It's to make sure that electrical equipment can safely stop the electricity when something goes wrong. If the equipment's interrupting rating isn't high enough to handle the amount of current that could flow during a fault, it could fail, and that failure can lead to dangerous situations like electrical fires, damage to equipment, or even electric shocks. The NEC ensures that the interrupting rating of the equipment matches the maximum current that could flow through it during the fault. So the equipment can cut off the current before any damage occurs. Let's look at a real-world example to make it clear. Imagine you have a circuit breaker protecting the electrical wiring for a kitchen appliance in your home. If something goes wrong, like a short circuit, maybe a wire touches a metal part inside the appliance, it causes a huge surge of electricity through the circuit. Now, the circuit breaker's job is to trip or turn off the power to prevent any damage, but here's where the interrupting rating becomes important. If the surge of electricity is really high, the circuit breaker needs to be able to handle that surge and cut off the current safely. If the breaker can't handle the surge, it could fail to trip or even explode, and that's dangerous. The NEC says that the circuit breaker's interrupting rating needs to be high enough to handle the maximum current that could occur during a fault. This ensures the breaker will stop the electricity before anything dangerous happens. For example, let's say your circuit breaker is rated to stop at 1000 amps of current. That's a lot, but if a short circuit could cause 12,000 amps of current, if the breaker isn't rated to handle that, it might fail to cut off the power, which could cause even more problems. So to wrap it all up, NEC 110.9 makes sure that electrical equipment like circuit breakers has the proper interrupting rating. This ensures the equipment can safely stop electrical faults like short circuits or overloads before they cause any damage. Having the right interrupting rating is crucial for protecting your home or business from dangerous electrical situations like fires, damaged equipment, or even electric shock. When you're installing or replacing electrical equipment, always make sure it has a proper interrupting rating for the type of circuit it's protecting. It's a simple way of keeping everything safe and working perfectly and properly. So here's what you need to remember from everything I just said. Interrupting rating tells you how much current the electrical equipment can safely handle and stop. If a short circuit or overload, the equipment needs to handle that surge and cut off the electricity safely. If the equipment isn't rated for that amount of current, it could fail, which is dangerous. Always ensure the equipment you're using has a high enough interrupting rating for the type of electrical circuit it's protecting. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope this makes NEC 110.9 a little clearer for you. Stay safe and always make sure your electrical systems are up to code.